Alrighty, yes, we are live now, finally. Yes, and yes, we are honoring the Feast of Anubis upon his mountain. So, howdy, guys. Sorry it took a minute. Darren needed some things. I had to help him, and we have company over, and so he's going to be taking care of them for the evening and keeping them in. And Morgan is supposed to be showing up. Oh, you know what? Um, guys, because somebody had a request for something that I need Morgan to bring over. Is he going to be coming off? Yeah, shit, he's going to be coming off of work. So, all right, I have to tell him to bring his Anubis plushie so we can look at it and draw a pattern off of it. And he's coming home to visit us from work, I think. So we'll have to get him to bring it later because he can't bring the Anubis plushie to work. Yeah. I mean, he could, but so yeah. Okay, Dodeca. This is my first one of these. Oh, so Dodeca, and hopefully I'm saying your username right. Welcome. If it's your first one, welcome. Usually Darren is kind of just off camera, and we make sure to pour cool waters on him, but we're gonna have to save up some extra cool waters for him next time. So yeah, so July 4th is the feast of Anubis upon his mountain, and so we're doing that tonight and getting ready for the start of Kemetic Holy Week, which is next week. In actually, so let's see, Friday is the 14th, 15th. So starting Wednesday of next week. So we're going to be busy. Oh, and before we get started, I did want to mention for those of you that are on the Discord or interested in getting on the Discord. Our very unmarried Raw is organizing a secret subdude, which we do instead of Secret Santa, and you have to message her by the 10th and let her know what's going on with that. And so I need to message her and because I've got a few things saved up since last year for somebody who might be my secret subdebt, something I can send them. So that's what's going on. And yes, Dragon's Library says, welcome to New and Old. We have a good time. Yes. And Rathma Reborn. Welcome, guys. And like I said, normally we have Darren with us, and he provides sort of not just comic relief, but also a lot of insight and commentary. But right now he's playing host for our company. So let's go ahead and get started. And by the way, I do have a fan going, a ceiling fan. If that is affecting the microphone and it sounds like there's any kind of, wind in the background or something, let me know and I can turn it down. But and so far, I haven't had anyone say, "Hey, what's up with the audio?" So if we can leave it on, that's good because it's summertime here and it's kind of warm. So. Yes, okay. So no wheelchair Jesus commentary today. Not today. We'll get him back next time. I'll try and make sure to have him here as we're doing the days on the air, so we can catch up on our commentary and our cool waters. So. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. It's Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, Anichiru. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Purity is upon our hands, our purity is within our hearts, and we have cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. And flicking water Darren's way, symbolically.
That's our story, and we're sticking to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes. So the eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in with us now and will be joining us in the future. This eye of Horus comes, and we are purified with it. Oh. And it figures the ceiling fan blew it out. Come on. There we go. Yes, I wouldn't attribute anything particular to that other than I was holding it right under a ceiling fan going on high. So it's going to do that. There we go. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
But we'll also light our candle for Mama Sekhmet. So we have the eye of Horus and the eye of Ra. May they bring protection and peace and healing to those who need it. Okay. You will rise in the Aketh as Khepri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Anapu, upon his mountain, Lord of the sacred land. And hail and praise unto you, O Unechidu, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Isfet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters. Try the inundation. They may cool your hearts. Oyanachuru. These cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Oyanachuru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread, and your bounty of the land on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, Oyanachuru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. I've got a couple of pickled peppers. I've got a couple of peppers and some beans that I picked from the garden this afternoon, and those are on the offering plate. The gardens prosper, and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Anapu, O Yunachidu. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure, pure is Anapu upon his mountain within his house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance. Thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra Horaketi, for Anapu, every place that their mortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your body, O Anapu. Come to your bodies, O Yunachiru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Anapu. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra Horaketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu Nekepra Ra, your foes retreat from you. And Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead, we light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we pour for them these cool waters from the table of Osiris, their hearts may be refreshed. Porekeru tahenket kakao abdus and naturmerhat kutnibet nafrawabet anchet naturim and kawen akupunibu maherenibu hiranatra. A voice offering of bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives. For the cause of all of these Aku, all true of voice before the great God. And we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your ka shall live. Truly, your need has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. They needs says unto you, your word is law eternally. And Svet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. Put her right over here. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always, act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. And I guess sometimes it really is a prayer. May we continue to keep these things in mind, because certainly in my case, I have been dealing with an excessive amount of family drama over the last week. And apparently my brothers want to come over this weekend and bring what they could save from things that belong to my grandmother. And so that whole acting humbly and with temperance, God's guard my mouth in speaking, because let me say what is and don't say what isn't. But I'm going to pause for a moment and kind of catch up on the chat here. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Oh, and Merry Buckway. Wednesday, 12th is my first year as being officially Kemetic. Congrats. Yes, and Mama Nevitt has a birthday on the 17th. Yeah, Uh, okay, IPA. I'm gonna have to look up what that stands for. Here's a couple of chicken eggs. Yeah. Have I ever tried pickling beans? No, but you know what? We should probably talk to our friend Preston's dad because he like pickles all sorts of stuff. We have like jars and jars of pickles. But um, and you know what? It does seem that Anubis seems to like chocolate, which is really funny because you know dogs can't have chocolate, but Anubis is no ordinary canine. So, um, hmm. So, okay. Mary drives may slowly be turning my boyfriend pagan. But yeah, and you know what, and like we've said before, you know, if you think about folks, you know, in other parts of the world, like India or Japan, you know, who follow polytheistic religions, and they're you know doctors and engineers and whatever over there too. What's so illogical about that? So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Kemetic. Lady of the Cool Waters, right? So, Indian Pale Ale. Okay. Actually, I got I need to bring a jar of Angry Orchard hard cider that was given to me at a. We went to some friends' Fourth of July party, and it was a lot of fun. It was a great respite from you know all the dramas and everything. And we learned that you cannot, in fact, light a bonfire with a flaming arrow. Why? Because I tried it, and it was great having friends that were totally willing to endorse the idea. Um, and we figured out that the motion of an arrow in flight puts out the fire, no matter how much lighter fluid you put on it. So that trick, you know, from you know whatever movie you can think of where there's a flaming arrow involved, that doesn't work. So we know because we tried it, and I'll have to see if I actually got the footage of that or not. So that's what I did for Fourth of July. We Americans do silly things for you know for our national holiday, um, but it was a lot of fun regardless. So let us read some things for Anubis, our deity of the evening, and also a big shout out to Mrs. Jackal who shared with me this really fascinating article about um, there's a mountain in the southern part of Abydos that is the mountain of Anubis, and it's very similar to the peak overlooking the Valley of the Kings, in that it sort of forms a natural pyramid. And there was a tomb for Senwosret III underneath this mountain in Abydos, and it was discovered in the early 1900s, and they kind of forgotten about. And then in the late 90s, they started to dig back there and re-explore it. And they figured out that this tomb is sort of like the bridge between the stuff from the late Old Kingdom and the Middle Kingdom burial practices, and then what you started to see at the beginning of the New Kingdom. And it, suddenly, the choice of making the Valley of the Kings with the natural pyramid over it, what it was, it makes more sense. And it's all because of the mountain of Anubis. So Anubis upon his mountain, he's guarding King Senwosret. So that was the really fun to read about, and so I have to thank her for sharing that wonderful article with me. And I'm always stoked when you guys find cool things like that, because that's stuff that no one of us can find everything, but by sharing it, we educate each other, and it's great. That's like what we should be doing. So thank you guys for that. You guys are awesome. So in that vein, hail and praise, O Anapu, great God upon your mountain, master of secrets in Duat, ruler of the west, fair son of Osiris, great physician who heals. Your seal is our protection. Crown prince of the Aeneid, keen-faced among the gods, you stand at Osir's side. You serve the blessed dead. They live because of you. O Anapu, may you grant life, protection, and health, healing, and prosperity for those who call upon you. And we thank you for being the one to guide us across the threshold into new things, to initiate us into your wisdom. And may you lead us upon the right path when we at last reach your domain. Of course, that also goes to Wepawet as well, who's the one who opens the paths. And I tell you what, since we mentioned Nebuchadnezzar, after all, she is the mother of Anubis. So, hail, O Nebuchadnezzar, mistress of the temple, lady of life, who heals and protects. You stand with your sister Isis at the throne of Osiris, mother of Anubis, loving aunt of Horus. With skillful hands, you weave the wrappings of the Lord of the West. O you of the four noble ladies, you guard Hapi in the direction of the north. You are one of the two chattering kites keeping watch over Unnefer, one of the twin plumes on the crown of Min. You bind the evil one in fetters and consign him to Ra's flames. Protect us with your magic as you defend the Lord of all. Imitation wine and mocktails. Well, I tell you what, I've never been like a very serious drinker of, anything. I don't like a lot of distilled stuff. And I've had to cut back more and more on what kinds of things I do drink, just, so that it doesn't upset my stomach. So even like the wine that we have right now is actually a red sparkling cider. But, I can totally understand that. And mocktails and like virgin pina coladas, those are a thing, man. And you know what, Mary Draw, if boyfriend probably won't ever venerate a deity, but reveres nature and sees the beauty in it, then that's awesome. It's great to have a supportive partner. Speaking of, can I get you anything, Darren? What's up?
I can bring you something.
Oh. Well, how about that? Oh, you want to say hi to everyone real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of supportive partners, I had one who y'all must have made a grocery run or something.
He had it delivered.
Okay. Wow. All right, but we just got some vitamin C gummies. So awesome.
We actually looked for Juniper.
Mm-hmm.
And couldn't get a hold of any, so we'll check for that tomorrow.
Yeah, but hey,
but eat them all.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not eating any. Those are for you.
Okay. Well, it's funny because we're honoring Anubis, and especially in later periods, Anubis was regarded as being in charge of healing, and so hubby comes in with vitamins. So funny that.
Everybody, we need prayers for healing for your priestess.
Yeah. I'm trying to stave off an infection, I guess, or
Y'all, if
something.
y'all would see how flush our face is, y'all would freak out.
Oh,
now.
really? So it,
You look like you're sunburned,
yeah.
and you're not. That's the scary thing.
Um, yeah. Well, I'll figure that out. At least I've got the fan going. But
And Tristan's gonna go get chicken in a little bit.
okay. Well, doesn't that close for 2?
Shit! It closes at 11. But here's the thing:
Hmm.
you must move the Megatron monster.
Oh,
So get done.
all right.
Love you guys. Bye.
Yeah. Oh, wait. We gotta give you some cool waters.
Oh man. Oh man, if there ain't super thanks for this, I'm gonna get y'all.
I had to
I
get
love y'all. That was cold.
but it feels good.
And I couldn't do it back to her either. Crap.
Well, hey, look, the days on the year start. Well, the last day of the year is Wednesday, so you will.
I'll get you my bidet. You're in your little.
We love you, Darren.
We love you, Robert. So much. Have fun.
All right.
Let her go so we can move the car and get food.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, how about that? Yeah. Oh wow, a married weapon. I used to run pubs for around 6 years. Man, that wildcrafted juniper from a store. Yeah. It's okay. You should check for a fever if you're looking flush. Yeah, it probably is, but that's why I'm gonna have to go, to the quick care thing tomorrow probably. But okay, Brennan Brown. Good evening. This is my first time joining the live service. Welcome. Oh, and there's a new Kemetic in your area, Sebekekwe, who's requested to join the Facebook group. Okay. Let me get with you then and look and see who it is, and we can get them on. And sarcastic, I need an emoji of Kemetic you saying, get cool water. That might be something fun to put on the Discord. Okay, and Brandon also requested to join the Facebook group about 9 days ago. Yeah, under the name Michael Brown. That helps. I can go and look. And slows me off not being able to just go outside and grab some of the stuff off the ground. Yeah, well, my understanding is that like some of the junipers that like if you go and you buy a juniper bush, because I've got some out in the front yard, that's actually not an edible one. I don't know. Otherwise, I'd be eating some of my own, but I just want to make sure it's the right kind. But hey, 9/11, Sean, howdy, and let's see. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody's thing, anybody's requests. It's gonna work in tandem. What non-food sort of thing. Okay. Okay, you had a request a bit up there. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get the fortunes going so I can go and move my car so they can get out. Yes, and Megatron is my car mascot. There's a joke with
Would
that.
like a cookie if you would.
Okay.
Seta showed up. I'm not sure if she wants a cookie or not.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw her icon. So just let us know, Seta, if you're tuning in. If you'd like one. Let's start with one for everybody. This will be one for like for other people that catch us a little later on. And
Yeah, I'll take one.
all right, so okay, we're gonna go. All right, and I see the ones up there too. So we'll go for everyone, then for Yamanu, Seta, and then we'll start down the list with Kit Fox and Mary Rod. Did you have a request for a cookie? So because I saw you put a sticker, super thanks. So we'll go down the list here. So first one. Well, that was interesting. Oh, because it fell down here. But this is for everyone. Doing little things well is a step towards doing big things better. Wow, and that is for everyone. Doing little things well is a step toward doing big things better. So I guess that's advice to hang in there, and because the little things we're doing now will lead to something bigger. So that's for everyone. Doing little things well is a step towards doing big things better. So now for Yamane. New people are entering your life, bringing new concepts. So look for
That's
some.
odd.
Yeah, well, look for some new friends.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you might be getting some new friends. New people, or could be any number of things, but new people are entering your life, bringing new concepts, new ideas. So something to look forward to. And now for Seta. Seta, you can't build a reputation on what you are going to do. You can't build a reputation on what you are going to do. All right. Just real quick before we continue, that suddenly made me think of a story. Because I had a relative, distantly related somewhere far back. She, I never met her, but this would have been great aunt or whatever, Aunt Della. She had the reputation for whipping her kids for what they were gonna do. Of course, that wasn't the only thing. There's another story about her. Their dog got in a fight and got tore up, and because she supported the family by making quilts, because her husband had run out of her and left her with 6 kids. So sewing was how she made her livelihood, and so the dog got torn up, and so she stitched it up on the front porch. And my cousin who told me about this, said he stayed as long as he could, but the dog lived. So. But she would whip her kids for what they were going to do. That does not apply here. You cannot build a reputation on what you are going to do. So, crazy story from family lore. Okay. All right. So Kit Fox and she's high.
I said thank you.
Absolutely. Yes, and prayers for success in your work, financial prosperity for everyone, and let's see. So Kit, Fox, mac and cheese, celery, serrana, and okay, and Alex and the boyfriend. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Okay, prayer for nightmares. Okay, I did not. Okay, so that's what the thing was about nightmares. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get some fortunes, and then we'll see what kind of a prayer we can read for that. Starting with Kit Fox. Oh my! How appropriate, Kit Fox. We have two. So the first one. Pray for what you want, but work for the things you need. Now the second one. Come on. New people are entering your life, bringing new concepts. And consider when is the baby due? But yes, pray for what you want, but work for the things you need. And new people are entering your life, bringing new concepts. Okay. Mac and cheese, then celery. Mac and cheese. First one. Your love of life will carry you through any circumstance. Now the second one. To remember is to understand. Your love of life will carry you through any circumstance. To remember is to understand. Mac and cheese. This sounds to me like going through something kind of rough, but then looking back, remembering it, and then finally getting some perspective on it. But don't give up on that. Don't lose that love of life that you have, because that will get you through it. Get you through any circumstance. So, words of encouragement. Okay, so celery. Celery. All the news you receive will be positive and uplifting. Sounds awesome. Send some our way. But all the news you receive will be positive and uplifting. Okay. So Serrana and then Sebekekaway. Serrana. Don't be afraid of opposition. Remember, a kite rises against the wind. Don't be afraid of opposition. Remember, a kite rises against the wind. Okay, Sebekekaway. two for you as well. Okay. Oh, wow. Pray for what you want, but work for the things you need. That's your first one. My. Now, here's the second one. To rule with virtue is like having the North Star having its place in the sky. Okay, so to read that again, I'm trying to make sure that these cookies these wrappers don't just blow everywhere. There we go. I do it like that. There we go. Okay. Pray for what you want, but work for the things you need. To rule with virtue is like the North Star having its place in the sky. Meaning that you will be a guide for others. And I think considering you're going to be a dad, that's particularly appropriate. Congrats again, you guys. And we're all hoping for you. Okay, let's see. So for Alex and boyfriend, and then sarcastic. Yes, and mine. All right, so Alex and boyfriend. Start with Alex. Life is like playing the violin in public and learning the instrument as one goes on. Don't worry what others say. You're learning. You're figuring this out as you go. Just go for it. Life is like playing the violin in public and learning the instrument as one goes on. Now for Alex's boyfriend. Take a minute. Okay. The intention is not to see through people, but rather to see people through. And now to read it for him again. The intention is not to see through people, but rather to see people through. So don't spend your time trying to analyze and judge them. Just concentrate on helping them. And you know what? I think there were two in here. Hold on, here's the other one. A rolling stone gathers no moss, but it obtains a certain polish. The intention is not to see through people, but rather to see people through. A rolling stone gathers no moss, but it obtains a certain polish. Okay, let me scroll down. Let's see. Okay, Sarcastic, then Dragon's Library, then Casper Violet, and Mary Whippoorwill, and then 9/11 show. So Sarcastic. Sarcastic. Advice comes in all forms. Some help you and some hurt you. Wow. That's, I think, a good bit of warning there, sarcastic. Advice comes in all forms. Some help you and some hurt you. So, beware of well-intended advice and sometimes not so well-intended advice. People could be trying to give you advice for the wrong reasons, or they're thinking what they see as good for you when it's really not. So advice comes in all forms, helpful and hurtful. Dragon's Library. There we go. Dragon's Library. Do not display your treasures, or people will become envious. Do not display your treasures, or people will become envious. Do like any good dragon and hide them deep down. Okay, Casper Violet, and then Kyle Hinojosa. Okay, Casper Violet. Okay, it's kind of folded up in there. Casper Violet. The mood is right for a friendly chat to lead to romance. The mood is right for a friendly chat to lead to romance. And it's funny, the best advice that I give to people is be friends with somebody first and, let it go from there, because that tends to work better than, having a romantic attraction and figuring out you've got nothing in common with them. So a friendly chat, the mood is right for a friendly chat to lead to romance. And now for Kyle Hinojosa. The greatest goodness is a peaceful mind. Kyle Hinojosa, the greatest goodness is a peaceful mind. Of course, if Darren were here, I think he has a very good Yoda impression. You are calm, at peace. So, okay, we scroll down. Mary Flipwet, and then 9/11 shown. Dodek is saying the part of Arizona I'm from is essentially discount Utah. Oh, okay. And Footsteps to the Moon. Question: why do you cover your statues? Actually, I taped a video for this month talking about. If you're talking about the cloth wrappings on them, I taped a video for this month, and I will be talking about that and have some visual references that I can put up. So I just have to edit it. But I think you had asked that question in on another one. We will cover that. So by request. But
In fact, I think the image of Anubis that you got was actually covered that way when they found it in the tomb.
Yeah, but we will discuss that and some other things too. So we're at Mary Quip White and then 9/11 Sean, and then next to Jessica Langto. But yeah, I got to try and get through this so I can move my car. It's Megatron, the Honda Accord. Okay, Mary Quepperwet. The joyful energy of the day will have a positive effect on you. The joyful energy of the day will have a positive effect on you. So hopefully this will be a great weekend for you. And even if it's not, today, then hopefully soon, the joyful energy of the day will have a positive effect. So 9/11. Sean, you will be pleasantly surprised soon. "9/11 Sean, you will be pleasantly surprised soon." Sounds like good news to me. Okay, Jessica Langto, and then Sticks. Yes, don't forget to hit like. Okay, footsteps to the moon. Okay, yeah, and sarcastic. Did you hear the one for Alex and for boyfriend? Because boyfriend actually got two. Okay, and one for Mrs. Jekyll and for Becca Tanapu. Okay, and Mac and Cheese, can I get a prayer for my partner James? He's going through a financial crisis and he has to go through court for a dumb citation. Pray for his victory at court. Let's see. All right. I got fired from his job today, and that he's been working in for a long time. I'd appreciate any prayers for him. I hate to see it eat him up. Yeah, that's definitely a turn of some sudden changes there. So yeah. But okay. Starting with Jessica, then Sticks, and then we'll keep going down. And if I need to read the ones for Alex and boyfriend again, let me know. Oh. And I tell you what, we will read something for Deb, for your boyfriend, for your partner, and Mac and Cheese, and hopefully that will be of some benefit. But Jessica, to give happiness is to deserve happiness. To give happiness is to deserve happiness. So to receive, you must be able to give. So to give happiness, to deserve happiness. Of course, that can work both ways. If you want other people to make you happy, then be good to them. But if they're not being good to you, then take it with a grain of salt when they complain about being unhappy. So Sticks. They're doing like a Rube Goldberg thing with cookies. the world belongs to the enthusiast who keeps cool. So sticks, the world belongs to the enthusiast who keeps cool. So, keep your enthusiasm up, but keep a poker face. Don't let it show. Be like that cool aloof anime character. The world belongs to the enthusiast who keeps cool. Okay, yeah, in December. Awesome. Okay. Hang on, I gotta scroll down. Footsteps to the Moon, an Almond set. Okay, and then Mrs. Jackal and Bakadana Poo. Oh, and then I see Lunar. Okay, cool. Oh yeah. Actually, you know what? Like this cloth. Actually, this is fabric that is 30-something years old. My mother found it in 1989, and I just had it in my stuff, and I hemmed it a couple of years ago. And the other one, if you go and you look in fabric stores, every so often they'll have fabrics with Egyptian prints on them, and if you see some, grab it, because sometimes like there was one fabric store that had a whole bunch, and there was only like a little bit left. And, I think I saw some, and I went back, and they were out because some little old lady that likes to make quilts, had bought it all up, and I was like, oh man. So you're competing with other crafters, but let's see. All right, just making sure. Okay, so we're starting with Footsteps to the Moon, then Almond set, then dude, I've got requests that keep coming. Because it's 10:15. Because Darren just opened the door, and he's like, the equivalent of tapping a foot.
Unless you let Preston take Megatron.
Oh dear. Let me try to get through these real quick, okay? So, I'll try and get this done in like 10 minutes, all right?
Okay. Yeah, it's too bad Darren can't read the cookies.
Do you guys want to do that?
No.
No? Okay.
No, we
all
need
right.
to hurry.
Okay. So, Mrs. Jackal back in under. All right. Guys, just give me a sec. Okay, guys, we got to get through this. Footsteps to the Moon. You can be a victor without having victims. Don't take advantage of other people. You can be a victor without having victims. Now, what was the next one? Almond set. Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. Almond set. Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. Okay, so Mrs. Jackal was next. Oh, that one's trying to... Hang on. Let someone know how special they are to you. That's for Mrs. Jackal. Let someone know how special they are to you. Okay, and then Bakanana Poo. Oh, wow. Back in Anapur got 3. All right. Now, if you guys need me to like take a picture of it later, because I know it's you're gonna have to like pass that on. But the first one, you desire recognition and you will find it. Second one, the greatest wisdom is seeing through appearances. Third one, today you should be a passenger. Stay close to a driver for a day. As they're waiting for me to move my car. Today you should be a passenger. Stay close to a driver for a day. Yes, you desire recognition and you will find it. The greatest wisdom is seeing through appearances. Today you should be a passenger. Stay close to a driver for a day. Okay. So that was for Bakanana. Now, all right. Now, Lunar and then Ratma. Kemetic Portuguese view.
On the AC.
All right. Okay, so yeah, Lunar and then Rathma and then we'll wrap it up, okay, guys? Lunar. Today, it's up to you to create the peacefulness you long for. Today, it's up to you to create the peacefulness you long for. And I got the feeling somebody's saying it's time to take charge and assert yourself. All right, and Ratma. I don't know if that's a soft TH or a TH, but Ratma. Your mind understands what you have been taught. Your heart, what is true. Wow. Think about this one for a minute. Your mind understands what you have been taught. Your heart understands what is true. So I think that's another message of, they're telling you one thing, but your heart knows what the answer really is. Don't let them gaslight you. Okay. Alrighty. Well then, if I missed somebody, let me know. But otherwise, let's go ahead and wrap that up. Whoops. Sorry. Because hey, we're here. We're doing this for you guys. Want to make sure everybody gets what they asked for. So let's go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. And I will see you guys Wednesday, and we'll shoot for the same time, 8:30. And of course, that might, and we might get a little bit of a late start, but usually between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. So, here it is. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Aeneid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shanit in Yunu, endures. As the name of Osir, Kentia Mentiu, endures. As the name of Asat in Etcheru endures. As the name of Sutak in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Depth endures. As the name of Jehutin, Kamenu endures. as the name of Ra and the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. And Ogeb, father of the five, may you please look after Mac and Cheese's partner and see them through to a new job and an end to their legal troubles. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Yunachuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, O Anapu, Yunachuru. May you go forth in peace to every place where your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. And may Popeyes not close early. Alrighty, guys. Yes, thank you for the Discord link. Thank you all. Thanks, just give me a little reminder about the folks that need to get on the Facebook group, and over the weekend I'll try and get that done. In the meantime, big hugs. Love you guys, and we will see you Wednesday.
Have a good evening.
Thanks. All righty.
You too, Seta. Good luck.
All right.
You too, Robert. Thanks.
Love you guys.